done from the Avenue Cookery School, I'm going to show you a really simple pudding that takes literally, by the time you've melted the cream, you've almost made it. It is a really beautiful, chocolate smooth, rich, sensational chocolate mousse. So, alright, so I'm going to show you how. I've got some cream here. I've got about a quarter pint of cream, Bourneville chocolate. Give it a whack, open that up, ready for the cream. The cream actually is now hot. Pour the chocolate into the hot cream off the heat. Can you think why? Ooh, because if you get chocolate burns really easily, so you just want to heat the cream, get the heat in there. If it was on the heat with the chocolate in there, more than likely it can burn at the bottom, which is really boring. So this is a foolproof method of melting chocolate. So get your chocolate, whack it, heat your cream, chuck it in and leave it. Practically done now. Then I've got some egg whites. So I actually used a couple of egg whites. It was 50 grams actually, but these have been egg whites that have been left over from last week when I was making béarnaise sauce for some fillet, and they keep for ages. It's unbelievable. In fact, the older they are, the better they are for making egg whites. So if you think of an egg white, it tends to, when it's really fresh, it tends to hug the egg yolk really firmly. But the older it gets, the waterier it gets, and therefore when you think of it beating air into it, it's much easier to beat air into a liquid than it is into a congealed mass. So that's why we always use old egg whites. They last for something like 6 months in a controlled condition. At the cookery school, we keep ours for a month. You can tell when they start going a bit funny because they change their colour, but it's fantastic. And so remember that, never chuck out an egg white. The principle at the Avenue is no wastage at all. So what I did was I beat the egg whites to stiff peaks so I could turn the bowl upside down on my head. And then I got a tablespoonful of sugar and I just beat that into the egg white. So that is basically like a meringue. It's not a very sweet meringue, but it's just to stabilise the egg white so the egg white doesn't collapse. So you can do that while the chocolate's melting. And then I've got a quarter of a pint of double cream and I've just beaten that. If you see, it's just loosely beaten. I'm going to have some vanilla as well, just for added flavour, so I'm going to chuck in about, I don't know, a few teaspoonfuls of vanilla because I like that flavour. Remember to buy the extract, not the essence. The essence you'd have to use practically half a bottle to flavour it. Stir that through. So all I've got to do now is wait for my chocolate to melt. It probably has done now. Whoa, doesn't take long. You want to remember just to whack it and just up into little bits, and then it will not take any time at all. And then obviously I can't fold that through my double cream because it will melt my double cream. Alexa, you could turn that off. That was my timer actually for my shortbread. Anyway, so you just stir that, and then it's all action here. You know that. It's just. Yeah, I mean, we also have the action at the cookery school, but we also have a lot of action here with dogs running out, in, dirty. Now, if I'm wanting that to speed up and cool down quickly, what you can do is you can immerse it in a bowl of cold water and just stir it from time to time so it just cools down a bit. Otherwise, just leave it on the side, wait until it's sort of blood temperature, and then you're going to fold in the double cream, fold in the egg whites, and voila, you have a chocolate mousse. Back to my chocolate mousse. I'm just going to feel that with my finger. It's just very slightly warm, it's fine. I didn't put it in a cold water bath because I just left it on the marble and that took a lot of the temperature out. And then all you do is literally onto the cream. This looks as though it's going to be very strong. So if you find it too strong, just beat up some more double cream. Or if you don't want more fat in there, you can put in more egg whites. Just beat a few more up. I don't know, should be good. I used to do these for weddings, and my son, who you may know, Richard, he would literally be my taster because I used to eat so much of it anyway, but he's an expert with chocolate. He's a chocoholic actually. It's a big problem. And he would taste it and say, yeah, I think it needs more cream, or yeah, I think it needs more egg white. So it's a very easy recipe to deal with because it's either a little bit more, whatever you like. Oh, I like it a little bit stronger, don't put in so much cream, don't put in so much beaten egg white. So that, I don't think that's going to be too bad actually. I'm just going to pour the whole lot on top of the egg white and fold that through. So remember, the egg white has a little bit of sugar in, which stabilises it. I don't have any glass bowls, if you could believe it. It's not at my cookery school. Okay, and then you just fold that through, just going all the way through those lumps until it's completely clear of those little chunks of, or those little lumps of egg white. Don't have to be too gentle because don't forget it's been stabilised with the sugar. So it's actually, that's a really nice colour. I can't wait to try it. My mouth is drooling. The smell is intoxicating and it's going to be sensational. But is that not an easy pudding? All you're really doing is waiting for the chocolate to cool. That's the thing that just delays you. But you could do this, you know, an hour before dinner. Just make sure it's nice. Unbelievable. Get your little containers. You could put it in a wine glass or you could put in too much. Just, we don't want to over excel this fabulous pudding. You want to have often and little rather than a lot all in one go. Just be careful when you pour it into your dish that it is really neat and tidy. So if you wanted to decorate it, you obviously could put fruit. You've got to chill that down so it will harden a bit. You can put raspberries on the top. You can put on blueberries. I actually really like a little sprinkling of Maldon salt because I think salt and chocolate go really well. For some, I love that sort of savoury and sweet flavour. But otherwise just go for a fruit or just leave it as it is. Grate some chocolate on the top, that could look quite nice. Anyway, let's see your pictures and see how well you do. I would love to see them and we'll post them up online. Adios, happy cooking.